Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for a little video. Now, question for you, because I seen a little video where a young lady was saying, she wants her man to make more money than her. And I remember, clients telling me, they want a man to make six figures, which is $100,000 or more. Somebody told me, a young lady told me not long ago, she thought six figures was $1 million. So it just kind of goes to show how people literally go to school, go to college, and still we don't learn everything. Six figures is $100,000 or more. Seven figures is $1 million or more. Another little random fact, when somebody turns their life around, they did a 180, not a 360. Just a little random fact, just how stuff we be getting wrong and we just don't be knowing. Just a little random fact. But listen, does he need to make more money than her? Now I'm going to tell you, when I was looking for my wife, I was looking for a woman that would make a lot of money, that would make more money than me because I was a grown boy. And I wanted a woman with money so that I could live off of her, so that I could use her. So that was part of the reason why I was sold by my wife, because she was a biomedical science major and she was in school she wanted to be a doctor. So when she said that, I just started having stay-at-home dad dreams. Things didn't work out like that. Things turned around. And so I am the provider financially of the household. To God be the glory. But I'm sharing that transparently is I was a grown boy. I was a womanizer. I was a user. I don't think that a man who is serious about his life, serious about marriage, wants a woman who makes more, but a man who is mature and secure and healthy can handle a woman who makes more. So, but the question is how rare is that man who can handle a woman making more than him? Now, I remember talking to a young lady who made about $500,000 a year, and her man made around $35,000 a year. And because she didn't want to, in her words, emasculate him, she put him in charge of the finances. But what he would do is just squander her money and live a dream, like going to the club, buying bottles, buying the VIP section, buying all these bottles, champagne flying out of her hard-earned money. And it was her money that got them into a house and got them their nice cars. And he really wasn't making much money. So one of the things that happens, and it happens the other way around too, when the man makes money and the woman doesn't make money, as humans, we tend to spend other people's money differently than we spend our own. Spend some time with that and just be honest with yourself. We tend to spend other people's money differently than we spend our own. Women are just as guilty of this as men are. Now, here's the thing. Because of societal standards and the social constructs in our world, 99% of women do not feel less than if they earn less than their man. 99% of men feel less than if they earn less than their woman. Now, that 1% is a large number. $4 billion. Is that 4 billion? 700,000 million. 4 billion men in the world. So with 4 billion men in the world, current population is about 8 billion. So they say, of course, give or take. They don't know everybody. There's people popping out babies right now all around the world that ain't been counted. So they got about 8 billion people in the world, according to Google. 4 billion men. The current male population is 50.5%. That kind of, shoots the thing in the foot of, oh, it's more women than men. And then current female population, 49.5%. This just according to Google now. World population live. It says live. Births today, 311,000, almost 312,000 births today. So out of 4 billion men, 10% would be 400 million. So 1% of that is 40 million. 40 million, right? Yep, 40 million. Just wanted to be sure. We knew it, but just wanted to be sure. So 40 million, I would guesstimate, just based on my studies, my experience, and being a man, I would guesstimate that 40 million men in the world will be okay with their woman earning more. The other the other 3,960,000,000 will not be okay with it. And the reason being is just societal constructs, the societal norms. The world has said, listen, the man is physically stronger. He's more adept and inept to hunt and to gather. So he will be the go-getter. He will be the provider. The man is the head. The man is all of this. So that has made men feel like it is our place to provide. What I have found as a man, now this crazy. Now I just stumbled upon this. I just stumbled upon this in talking on this video. What I have found as a man is that women are actually better providers than men. Oh man, I can't believe I can't believe that. Man, that's crazy. They don't put the man in charge. But honestly, like I'm thinking like this right here. Every woman I meet who does what I do, and I do it at a high level, every woman I meet does it better than me. More attention to detail. A pursuit of excellence. So like when I used to do events, and I'm working on an event right now. So start putting your little something to the side, a few dollars to the side, working on an event, probably gonna be in like October this year. When I used to do events, I would rent the ballroom, and I would have a microphone and a little platform stage. Any of y'all came to my events, put it in the comments. That's what you'll see. At the most, you might see one banner. When a woman does an event, you got the little flowers over there in the corner. You got all kind of banners. You got the TV screen. You got this here. You got the PowerPoint. You got the DJ. You got the lanyards. So I'm finna have my wife plan this next event, because a woman has an attention to detail and a level of excellence that she want to do. Me, I do business, boom, 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 fly by night, everything, boom, boom, boom. I got a million projects going. My wife will not do one project. And the reason why she said, because she said, if I do something, I got to be all in. She said, I got to be 100. And I cannot be 100 because I'm 100 with my family. I cannot be 100 in business because I'm 100 with my family. When these kids is out the house, then I will be 100 in business. And a lot of times we don't want to admit that we can't be 100 and 100. And this is what I mean by that. I'm producing a podcast right now, and I could potentially do an interview on Friday in another state. And then an interview on Saturday in that same state. Well, my oldest son has a game on Saturday and a game on Sunday. So that means if I go produce my podcast, I'm 100 in my podcast, but I'm missing both of my son's games this weekend. So that put me at 90 or 80 or 50, whatever it will put me at in my fatherhood. You see what I mean? So it's impossible to be 100 in two things. And that is why a lot of times you see women really, really killing it in business when they're not married. And then when they are married, some women still really killing it, but they might be tired in another area. They might be tired with, if cooking dinner or with sleeping with their husband or with, being active and playful with the kids, sitting down and playing 2 hours playing Monopoly. They may not have that kind of energy if they running a 7-figure business. And so we're never 100, but the world has put the man as the head, the man in charge, and God did that. In the Holy Bible established that, to where the man is the head. It does not mean the man is the smartest, as what we have found. Like, I'm seeing women make $1 million a year selling weave that go in your hair, and selling a hair oil, selling face wash, selling waist trainers. Like $1 million a year doing eyebrows, $1 million a year. So it's like, if you could have any woman making $1 million a year, then why is it not as much men using their gifts to make $1 million a year off Instagram? Like, when you go to Instagram, see how many millionaire women you see using their gift for selling a product, and then see how many millionaire men you see. And you might find that it's about even, or the women may actually edge out the men when it comes to really getting the bag, like really making the money. Like, a lot of the women show their bank account just because feeling insecure, feeling inadequate, feeling less than because of how the world has made them feel. They feel the need to show their bank account. I done seen Christian women. I done seen motivational speakers. I done seen beauty, cosmetic entrepreneurs, women post their bank account. And it's like, why? Just inadequacy, just feeling insecure, feeling like, hey, I gotta show this to prove to y'all that I'm worthy, that I'm somebody, that I'm doing this, because y'all don't believe a woman can do this. And so women actually get into it. But the way the world is set up, it was set up to suppress a woman, quiet a woman, make a woman shrink, and put the man in the forefront, put the man at the head. So it's like, when you think about it like this, who would you rather run your business? Donald Trump or Michelle Obama? Like, who would you trust? Now, when you look at Trump, he known for business. He known for being a billionaire, but he done been bankrupt like 10 times. He literally is in, like, I think they did a documentary say he like in $4 billion worth of debt from like all the loans he done got for hotels and stuff. But then you look at Michelle Obama, I think Harvard graduate, some other kind of Yale or somewhere else, Columbia University. Like, me personally, I respect what Trump did, but I'm finna rock with Michelle. Not just because we the same race. I'm just finna go with that right there. Consistency, excellence, integrity. And so I say that to say that it really needs to be a shift in our culture, in our world, to understand that, yes, okay, if just because a man may be the head of the household, the head should not mean dictatorship. It should not mean tyranny. It should not mean that the man is condescending, domineering, and dominating. But what it should mean is that the man, as the leader, as the head, is operating from a place of service, from a place of gratitude, so that he can find the strengths in his household. So with this event, I want to make a PowerPoint, because I don't want to just do a motivational speech. I want to do a PowerPoint on what I'm teaching on. So I'm going to go to my son because he makes PowerPoints for class all the time. I'm going to give him the content and I'm going to have him make me a PowerPoint. And I may pay him $100 to $500 to make me that PowerPoint. But before I made that decision, I asked my wife, can you or Lil Tony, T, we call him T, make me a PowerPoint? She said, I could do it, but I'd rather you ask T because he does it all the time. So as the head of the household, I take and delegate based on strengths. Whereas the world has put it to where the man, we supposed to be, oh, I do everything. I know it all. I'm gonna know it all. Hey, shut up, hush. Let me do this. Hey, I don't need no direction. I know where I'm going. And then we driving in circles for 50 minutes. I don't need no direction. I told you I don't need no direction. I know where I'm going. What you think? I don't take order from no woman. What you think this is? Trying me? What you thought I was one of them beta males? Trying me? What you thought it was a simp? I know where I'm going. You ain't gotta tell me where I'm going. They missed the whole family reunion. They missed everything. Man driving in circles because he suppressed his woman because the world told him, you the head, you the leader. The woman ain't got no voice. And so, but when you really out here doing business, I'm going to be honest with you, women running circles around me in business because a woman ain't going to skip no steps. A woman going to do every single thing. A woman going to go get knowledge. People always say, why your event full of women? Why your channel full of women? Because women seek knowledge. Women seek knowledge. As men, we seek entertainment. Or we only seek knowledge in the areas of money. But then we don't like to pay attention. We don't like to do what we told to do as men because we stubborn. We hard-headed. So I have clients who they make what I make and they brand new. And I've been doing it 15 years. But they make now about what I make just because they're going to do everything the way it's supposed to be done. I can know how it's supposed to be done and do it wrong, but teach somebody else how to do it right. And then she do it right and then do better than me. Because she not going to skip steps. Whereas I could sit and I talk to some men till I'm blue in the face, but they won't do it. They won't do it. I got several men that I mentor that I have gave the blueprint to. Then gave them the blueprint and they will not do it. They won't be consistent. They won't do it. I talked to one young lady. I said, how you built your YouTube? She said, I did what you said, do. Post a video every day. I go to the guys that I mentor. Man, how everything going? Man, it just ain't growing, man. It just, I don't know what's going on. I said, have you posted every day? Oh, no, I post like once a week. Well, that's why it ain't growing. It ain't gonna grow if you ain't gonna sow. You got to sow to grow. And you got to know to sow. And then you got to grow after you sow. Know, sow, grow. Go. Show. You see what I'm saying? So that's what, and see me being objective. And this is why, and I think I heard a rapper, I believe it was Lil Wayne. And it could have been in a rap song and maybe it was in an interview, but I think it was Lil Wayne. Ironically, that said a man equates his self-worth to his net worth. And so because of that, that's why it's so hard for high-earning women to be with a man who earns less. Because every day the man looks at that woman and feels like a failure. He feels less than. And on average, as men, we are going to feel jealous of a woman building her brand, pursuing her dreams, and making money or making money. She ain't even got to be making as much as us. On average, this is on average. There will be men who are exceptions to the rule. But on average, we're going to feel jealous about this woman finding her voice and taking agency over her life and building something because we have been hardwired to believe that a woman needs to shut up, sit down, and cook and clean. That is what the world has shoved down the throats of men and women, to where there are millions of women who believe that. There are millions of women who believe their only place in the world is in the home serving a man and their kids. That there's no place in the marketplace, no place in business for them. There are millions of women who believe that. There are millions of women who are raising their daughters to only be housewives, not raising their daughters with a CEO mindset, with a dreamer mindset, with a go-getter mindset. And then you have a fringe of women, this remnant of women who are like, who were raised by their mother or their father, like the Priyanka Chopra, which I thought that was her mama told her that, but somebody said it was her daddy told her, always have her own. Whoever told her that, it's because they know in their world, in their culture, that women didn't have a voice. And that's why they empower their daughter like that. Now, what that could build is a resentment towards men, and it could make a woman overwork herself, or not trust, or not be open, and not let a man provide, because she feel like she's gonna be used and abused if she drops her guard and lets him provide. So that could work against you as well. So you got to find a healthy balance in that. But it is a situation, and it is a thing. It is true. And I've always said, and I know so many women right now at this point in the video are saying, well, Tony, you have always said, judge a man by his character, and let a man's character be his currency. And that's really what you have to listen to. See, I notice a lot of times people not listening, and we listen to reply. We listen to reply instead of to receive. And so, and that's why that's so key. What I'm saying is, judge a man by his character. So what this means is, if this man makes $50,000 a year and the woman makes $75,000 or $100,000 or more a year, if this man has high character, if this is a high character, high integrity man, then his character is worth $500,000 a year. So because he has character, he is confident, he is strong, he is loving, caring, kind, and supportive. So he looks at his woman not as inferior, because he loves his mother. He loves his aunts, his grandmothers, his sisters. So he respects and he values and he cherishes women. So his woman is cherished. She's valued. So he is clapping it up for her. He is her number one supporter, her number one fan, her biggest cheerleader. He's so confident he okay being called her number one cheerleader, because he's that confident. He's that masculine, to where he knows who he is, and he knows that it does not make him less of a man because he earns less than his woman. Because see, a wise man will also understand industries, will understand the earning potential based on the industry that you're in. So if a woman goes to be a doctor, and let's say she goes to be a doctor, and let's say she wants to be like a surgeon, or, do plastic surgery, do brain surgery, she want to do some type of osteopathic medicine, or oncologist, or what have you. I don't know all the terminology, but let's say in her field, in her city, she could max out at $400,000 a year. This man could be a whole man. He could be a mature, confident man, but he is a criminology major, just like I was, and my wife was a biomedical science major. This man could be a criminology major, go be a police officer, make $40,000 a year. Do that for 5 years, become a detective, and let's say he makes 70,000 a year. Do that for 10 years, become the police chief. And let's say he had 120,000 a year. Now, if that's Los Angeles, that could be 220,000 police chief, or New York City. And so you have to, so now look at that now. How much does the police chief of LAPD make? In Los Angeles, police chief Charlie Beck makes $307,291. And New York Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, who works in the country's highest populated city, earns $205,180. How much does a plastic surgeon in Los Angeles make? $251,000 per year. The average. Now see, this the average. So to get an average, it got to be some people making way more than that and some people making less than that. And it averages at 250. Okay, so that means if you got somebody at 400 and you got somebody at 150, 175, now your average gonna be somewhere in the middle. And so now think about this now. This the average salary for a plastic surgeon, $251,000. But that's all relative, because that plastic surgeon, if the LAPD wife is a plastic surgeon, if her place become the hottest place, her 250 finna go to 500. And if she want to work more, her 250 going to 500. That police chief, he could sit in that office all day long he want to. He on salary. That's all you finna get, playboy. Unless you finna steal some money out the evidence closet. When y'all bust the rolling 60s, Crips. And unless you're gonna steal that, buddy, you going home with your 307,000. And whereas this right here, boom, 250,000. But listen, the plastic surgeon really making more money, because the police chief might put in 16-hour days some days. That surgeon can't do that many hours because they got to be very careful. They got to be fully coherent and awake. So, hey, I'm about to have to go in a little bit because I got a call coming up with a company that say they build people brands. So I'm finna see what they talking about. These people, when they come to black people, they think we just the dumbest in the world, and they give you a crazy price. I'm like, man, what do I look like, man? It's like, I was born yesterday, but I stayed up all night. My goodness. So back what I was saying, you see what I'm saying? So a wise man will understand that. And then look at this. When you look at like a Steph Curry, he making a lot of money right now. And he on all these commercials, right? But guess what? He at 45.78 million. $45,780,000. Right? And that's just a guesstimate. That's his salary. And I think that's his NBA salary. So that's probably not counting all of his private contracts with all of these commercials that he's on. And so, but let me help you understand something. And now they don't know how much his wife make, because she do deals. She do private deals. It's not in a league that, you're going to have all your business put out there. So estimated net worth of 16 million. 16 million, and she not in the NBA. She not in the NBA. And so now listen. This the thing. In a few years, Steph will be done with basketball. So that 45 million will be gone. But then the world, loves women for marketing and for deals because the woman is the mother. The woman is the CEO of the home. So when Steph stopped playing basketball, you give it about 5 to 10 years and Ayesha Curry will be out earning her husband because she will have more lucrative deals on the endorsement side. And I know the same thing gonna happen with me. So I may be earning right now, but when my wife step into business, y'all gonna support her way more than you support me. Women gonna support women, and women know what women want. Women know what women need. My wife gonna run circles around me in business, and guess what? I'm gonna take that foot. I'm finna learn how to cross my legs. I don't even know how to cross my legs, but I'm finna be. I'm finna be. Y'all might think I'm swinging. I'm finna be looking so relaxed. You hear me? Hey, baby, yeah, can you buy this here for me? And my wife get a salary now from our company. And even now, I'd be like, hey, babe, you mind buy me a pair of shoes? You know, and she just smile and she takes so much pride in spending her money. And the money that she get paid from our company for the work that she do and just being a part owner. Like I would not be here had it not been for her. So she get paid as well. And she honestly get paid more than me because my money go to the account and pay the bills. So she honestly get paid more than me. Her money is for her. Her money is, she gets spent her money on her. You know, what I'm earning, it's taking care of this whole household, all the rest of my outside family. So my wife actually make more than me. But when these kids gone and she start to work, listen, because she building her brand, because she got over 50,000, followers on Instagram, and she has not sold anything to her audience, when she get ready to release her homeware line, her bed set line, her clothing line, her makeup line, whatever it is, it's gonna go crazy. Because I want you to think about this. Rihanna became a billionaire from Savage Fenty, not from her music. So that industry makes so much money, she worth more than her child's father. Because her industry, it's not that her music is better than his, it's not that her fan base is bigger than his, it's that she is in an industry that he cannot be in. He can't sell lingerie and makeup. He could try to find something else to sell, like some shoes, like Kanye did the Yeezys. Kanye Yeezys made him a billionaire, not his music. Jay-Z, Tidal, that music streaming company, and his other investments made him a billionaire, not his music. So it's certain industries earn so much that's why today women spend the most money. And so as far as, because they in control of the household, and it's a lot of single moms who are in control of the household. And so what happened is, no lines say the male spend more than money, but well, it say the man spend on average $35,000 a year, the woman spend $33,000 a year, but the man $35,000, 30,000 of it he's spending what the woman told him to buy. Let's just be real about that now. Everything I spend is what my wife told me we need. So really, that's her spending too. And so I say that to say, now women spend more than men, meaning that's why the cosmetic industry makes so much money. What's the girl name? Kylie Jenner. She became a billionaire off of cosmetics, just like Rihanna. Kanye became a billionaire off of fashion, selling the shoes. You see what I'm saying? So those industries are female dominated. Now, that's a lot of men buy Yeezys, but equally or just as many women buy Yeezys. I got one pair of Yeezys. My wife got probably 7 or 8 pair. You see what I'm saying? So when a woman step into business, what we got to understand on these relationships is that the industry that women going into, they can earn just off the strength of that industry, could earn more money than a man busting his butt and doing the absolute best he can and at his peak in his industry. Because makeup gonna sell better than hammers and nails. So I go sell lawnmowers. I'm not gonna make as much money as my wife selling makeup. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what we have to understand, and that's why we need this shift. That's why men have to get to the place to stop feeling less than if you earn less than a woman. Because her world is different, her industry is different, her audience is different. And so you got to look at the market value of the gifts, talents, or services or products that you're putting into the market. And so when you understand that, we understand that it don't make a man less than because he earns less money. If the woman is in the industry that has a higher per capita rate, and I don't know what that means, just sounded good right there, so I use it right there. We're gonna keep it like that. But what that means is it's just more money flowing in her industry than it is in his industry. So we have to shift this mindset, and we got to understand the programming that we are under, and we got to understand that if the man is the head of the household, the leader of the household, we getting into semantics, but the head don't necessarily mean got to earn the most money. It mean you the protector. It mean you the overseer. It mean that you the first line of defense. That's what the head of the household mean. It don't mean that you got to earn the most money. And so a woman have to also take pride in her earning potential, in her earning ability. If by creating a product one time, getting online and posting daily, she can build a brand and she could sell a product, and without sweat in her brow, she can make 6-7 figures. A woman got to take pride in that and not let that drain you and make you feel like you being too masculine because you using a minimal gift. I mean, you using a gift that you're not back breaking and breaking your fingers and breaking your back and, blowing your brains out to sell this product. Yeah, it's going to come with stress and stuff like that, but you also got to embrace and appreciate what you're able to do. So think on this right here and realize that as of right now, a man need more money than a woman still today, because as men, we are insecure. And when I'm saying I'm lumping myself in there with that. So I'm not preaching at men or talking down to men. I don't know how I'm going to react when my wife start earning more money than me. If that happened, I don't know how I'm going to react. I really can't tell you. But when it happened, if it happened, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm going to be like, but the way I'm feeling right now, because I'm paying so many bills, working and taking care of so many people, I'm ready for my wife to start earning money, using her gifts and selling her products. But at the same time, I say that, loosely, because I don't want our kids to lack her presence and to lack her energy and her effort, because that's priceless. And what she does for them, I can't put into words. I can't put a price on it. And I would not trade it for the world. I don't care if L'Oreal came to my wife and said, listen, we'll give you $1 million, but you got to fly around the country. You got to be in these shows. You got to do this right here. You got to do that right there. And that's going to put her to work 20, 30 hours a week. And that's going to have her gone 1-2 weeks a month. They could give her $1 million a year. They could give her $10 million a year. And that wouldn't be enough money to cover the role and the place and the effect and the presence that she has in this household. On them boys, on their confidence, on their strength, on their emotional intelligence, their dignity, integrity, consistency, the role she plays in their life. My sons would be in shambles if it was just on me to raise them. My son would be emotionally weak. They would be quitters. They would be all of that because I'm just one person. So when I'm weak, when I'm down, but me doing what I do and providing, it give my wife the strength and peace she need to be all in with them. So we help each other. But because I got to work and I got to do so much, I don't have the same amount of energy and attention to detail that she has with them. So I understand that balance, how one hand wash the other. And that's what we got to understand in a relationship. And we can't just look at dollar signs. We can't just look at cents and dollars and money and allow that to define us. So, hey, my alarm about to go off because I got this call. God bless you. Think on this. I'll come back. We'll talk about this some more. This was a high level. We'll get a little, deep in there. Talk soon. Oh, use the code HAPPY15. TonyGassAcademy.com. It's still on this week now. Inspiring life coaches, speakers, authors. Get on over there, TonyGassAcademy.com. Happy15. And when you go to click buy now, at the top you'll see account summary or purchase summary. Click that, then you'll see have a coupon. God bless you.